Hi there and welcome back to the show. Joining me now is Nicole Kuipers, who is a holistic nutritionist as well as a holistic allergist. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
All right, so those terms that I just said are something that I haven't heard tons about, and I am a healthcare provider, so I'm really excited to talk to you today and learn a little bit more, and I would expect that our viewers are excited as well.
Perfect.
So to start off with, just give us a brief introduction into what is a holistic nutritionist and what is a holistic allergist.
Okay, I'll start off with a holistic nutritionist is somebody who views the body as a whole. So nutrition is going to give you your baseline of how you're going to be healthy because you're getting the nutrients out of the food. So if you don't understand how to eat properly, you're not going to be giving yourself a baseline of health to build upon. So as a holistic allergist, I view the body as a whole. I ensure that the person's getting all the optimal nutrition out of the substances that they're putting into their mouth. As a holistic allergist, a lot of people have food sensitivities or food allergies that they're completely unaware of. So as a holistic allergist, I'm able to identify substances that the person could be sensitive to that could be causing an imbalance in the system. And you're able to readdress the underlying cause so that it no longer adversely affects them.
So you've mentioned that people have a lot of sensitivities or intolerances or allergies that they're not necessarily aware of. So if they come to see you, how can they benefit through your expertise?
Well, if they're coming in to see me, they could have low energy, they could have hormonal imbalances, they could have a lot of things wrong with them. As a holistic allergist, I deal with food sensitivities, but along those lines, if they have something out of balance, let's say vitamins and minerals, they're not going to absorb those nutrients properly out of the food. So if you can realign the imbalance, they're able to utilize the substances more effectively and get more optimal nutrition.
Okay, and how would somebody know that they need to come and see you? Like, is there an ideal candidate to come and see you, or is it probably everybody can benefit?
The majority of people that I get in to see me, although everybody can benefit, the majority of people I get in to see me are people who have chronic issues that they've gone to so many numerous practitioners and they're not seeing results. They're the question mark that nobody can really figure out what's wrong with them. So when they come in, especially if we're dealing with energy levels here, the majority of people I see that have energy level deficiencies, they either have a glandular sensitivity or they have vitamin and mineral sensitivities, which just means that they're not getting the proper nutrients. Even though they could be eating the right foods and taking all the supplements, they're just not able to utilize it effectively.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit more about nutrition because this is one of my favorite topics.
Sure.
So in terms of nutrition, when somebody comes to see you, do you help them with their nutrition plan, with their eating plan? Do you give them information about food? Tell me about that part of your job.
Yes, I treat everybody as an individual. So there's no basic program that when you come to see me, each person is going to need different things. So it depends on whether or not you're a nursing mother or whether it's a child or an athlete. That being said, we're going to make sure that they're getting proper hydration levels, that they're getting the proper vegetables, fruits in their diet, proper protein intake. A lot of people are unaware that you have to consume your basal metabolic rate, so the basic amount of calorie intake in a day in order to be able to optimize your metabolism so that you're able to effectively attain your goals, whether it's to be an athlete, an amazing athlete, or if you're going to come in to lose weight or to gain weight.
Okay, great. And one of the really great statistics that we had on a previous episode, we had a representative from a nutraceutical company came in, and he blew me away with this statistic. He said that in the US, 25% of the calories that are consumed are from sweets, sugar, and beverages. And so a quarter of the food that is eaten in the United States is complete empty calories.
Oh, completely.
So is this something that you see in your practice as well?
Oh, all of the time. Everybody's coming in and they have a sweet tooth. What they're unaware of is 1 can of pop has 16 teaspoons of sugar in it. Same with a bottle of beer, 16 teaspoons of sugar. So they're telling me I'm not having any white sugar in my diet, and I'm looking at what they're listing on the paper and I'm going, yes, you are right here, right here, right here. I'm like, there's so many food additives. People are completely unaware of what they're actually putting in their body. They think they're eating healthy, but really when you get down to it, you're able to notice what's wrong and address it at that level.
So as part of being a holistic nutritionist, you're also helping people to up their awareness level about here's actually what you're eating. Because a lot of us don't necessarily understand what processing does to food and what we're putting in our bodies. Just like you said, people are eating or drinking pop or having beer and being like, oh yeah, I eat great, I eat healthy.
It's true, and the other thing too with food labels, a lot of people are they're unsure of how to read food labels properly. So I mean, they're looking at the calorie content saying, oh, there's 250 calories in here, so I'm just going to calorie count and I'll be fine for the day. When really, if you really want to know what's in that product, you want to look at the ingredients label, because the ingredients are where it's all at. They're listed from the most added substance in there to the least. So if it's up at the top and you see sugar, sucrose, glucose right in the front, you know that substance is full of sugar no matter what the calorie content on it says.
Right. So speaking about reading labels and helping people with nutrition plans, this is something that if somebody came to see you, you would start to push them in that direction in terms of awareness.
Yes, definitely. And not only that, but we put them on a Tanita scale. The Tanita scale is able to measure your water content. It's able to measure the amount of calories you should be consuming in a day, your percent of fat in your body, percent of muscle. So once we know that, we're able to address how well we're able to help you. You want to, let's say for people who want to come in for weight loss, they want to lose fat. They don't want to lose weight. You want to retain all your hydration levels. You don't want to go dehydrate yourself and lose 10 pounds and go on the scale. So we want to make sure that you're actually getting fat loss. And with the combination of dietary choices and some exercise suggestions, that's usually how we attain that.
Okay, I want to ask you one more question about nutrition, and then we're going to switch over to your expertise as an allergist.
Sure.
If you could give somebody a simple tip. So a lot of times, and we've talked about this in other episodes, that big changes are overwhelming for people. So they think, if I have to change my whole diet, well, I'm not even going to bother, because that's too scary and too big and too overwhelming. So just a couple simple tips in terms of nutrition. What would you tell people, either here on the show or in your office? What are some simple things you could give them?
Two things that are most important to me: hydration levels. Make sure you're getting your water intake. Our bodies are comprised 70% of water. If you're not getting the water intake, you're not going to be able to utilize anything else properly in your body. It's going to throw your whole system off. So that's number one. Number two, sugar is not our friend. People need to realize this. I know that they're saying, yeah, they're saying that. I know sugar's not our friend. It really isn't, because it's throwing your hormone levels off in your body. It's throwing everything out of balance. So really, you have to watch your sugar intake. I mean, there's natural forms of sugar, so you're going to get a lot of sugar out of fruit. And you should be consuming fruit and not fruit juices, because you need the fiber portion of it as well. But definitely look more into sugar, or come in and see me and I will tell you more about sugar.
Okay, great. All right, and in terms of your role as a holistic allergist, what are sensitivities, and how are they different from intolerances or allergies?
Okay, sensitivities, intolerances, and allergies are all terms I use interchangeably. It depends on the type and the severity of the symptom that the person's having. So I know everybody's familiar with lactose intolerance. I mean, we have a lot of people that have lactose intolerance. There's a lot of people that have a gluten intolerance or a wheat intolerance for food allergies. Having an allergy in a medical community, it's defined as having an immunoglobulin response to a substance in your body. So although you may not have that show up in an allergy test at a medical allergist, you could still have sensitivities or intolerances that are throwing an imbalance in your body.
Okay, great. And what is bioenergetic intolerance elimination? This is exciting. I'm excited to hear what this is.
This is the technique that I actually use. Bioenergetic intolerance elimination, also known as BIE. It's a device that's used to address the imbalance in the body. It's a form of electroacupuncture, and we're able to desensitize the substance so that when you are exposed to it, you no longer adversely react to it.
And so how does it work to desensitize an individual?
So how it works is we're dealing with how your body electromagnetically interacts with the substances around you. So if you come in contact with something, let's say for example gluten, and you're sensitive to gluten, or it could be seasonal allergies. I mean, it works for more than just food. When your body understands what a substance is, the positive and negative charges between your body and that substance attract. So at an energetic level, your body understands what it is, so it doesn't need to adversely react to it. When your body is sensitive to something, whether it be foods, seasonal allergies, pet allergies, peanuts, insect stings, you name it, hormonal imbalances, the positive and negative charges between the substance in your body are actually repelling against one another because there's interference. The positives and the positives are hitting the negatives and the negatives are hitting. So what's happening at a core level is your body doesn't understand what that substance is, so it's causing an adverse reaction to say, you're in contact with something that could potentially be harmful for you, stay away from it. So what this machine does, the Bioenergetic Intolerance Elimination device, it's able to rebalance the charge so that your body now is able to view it as a naturally harmless substance, which is what it actually is. And when you do that, your body will no longer react to it.
Okay, and you've had some really great success with this?
I've had tremendous success, yes. I've been doing this for 4 years now. I mean, I have stories of helping people with dairy, get rid of their dairy sensitivities, wheat sensitivities, hormonal imbalances, fertility issues, energy levels, weight loss. You name it, it's amazing.
Okay, and if I came in and I wanted to experience this modality, what's the success rate and how long will it last?
How long it'll last? Well, let's see. I had this done April of 2007 for seasonal allergies, and I haven't had any since. So each individual is going to be a little bit different. It depends on your stress levels and your level of exposure to the substance. But for the majority of people, I would say it's 80% success rate in the first visit. So 80% of the people notice an improvement after the first visit. Depending on how out of balance their system is, they could require a number of visits in order to see optimal results.
Okay, and can you review your information for us if people want to come and see you and give it a try?
Sure, definitely. Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm at Megan Soloy Thiel's Naturopathic Clinic in St. Thomas. It's 2 2nd Ave. The phone number there is 519-637-7277. And if anyone in London would like to come and see me, I have a London office at 256 Central Ave. And you can contact me there at 519-933-8600.
Really amazing information. Thanks so much for being with us today,
You're very
Nicole.
welcome.
All right, thanks to Nicole, and thanks also again to Megan Soloy Thiel. We have had really great information today. I'm excited about it. I kind of want to go give it a try. I think I will. Reminders for contact. Find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter. Go to my website, www.drpeggymalone.com, to review some of the information from today or previous episodes. Here's today's amazing health fact. There are more living organisms on the skin of a single human being than there are human beings on the surface of the earth. So I hope that doesn't gross anybody else, but your body is an amazing machine. Make sure that you take care of it. I'm Dr. Peggy Malone, and until I see you next time, live well.